Well, hey, Apostles family. We are in the beginning weeks of Lent. Lent is an important season to prepare us for Easter. There's a purpose for what Lent is doing. It's directing us towards Easter joy. So we're not just considering hard emotions and difficult things just to do that, just to feel bad about ourselves. No. We're actually doing Lent. We're considering everything that Lent is telling us to consider, our frailty, to lament, to consider our lives. What would our lives look like if the resurrection wasn't true? We're doing all of these things because we want to be prepared for Easter. We want to be changed. We want to be transformed. And we've been prompting you with this stop, look, and listen type moments, whether it's through the app or whether it's through the website, that's getting you to consider, to be provoked. Some sort of emotional response to anticipate Easter joy. And one of the things that we're encouraging you to do this week is to step into the spiritual practice of lament. Now, we can lament all kinds of things. We can lament our circumstances. We can lament our suffering. We can lament suffering that's going on in our society or injustice in our society. One of the things that we're going to be leading us to lament in is how racism has showed up in the church historically and even now, and how do we respond to that? And one of the ways in which we respond to that is through lament. And lament is an important spiritual practice. Lament is not just to feel sad in order to be sad, but it's what Psalm 126, it's this prayer, it's a lament. Psalm 126 is a lament. It's crying out for God to change things. He says to restore our fortunes, O Lord, like streams in the wilderness. And those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. It's this farming language, right? That a farmer sows his seed. And that's not the end of the story, right? He doesn't just sow because he wants to plant seeds. He sows in order to reap a harvest. Sowing is a hopeful exercise. It's assuming that he's going to get a harvest in the end. And Psalm 126 is trying to get you to see that your tears are not the end of the story if the resurrection is true. There is a dynamic in your life that allows you to say, I'm going to sow my tears. I'm not just going to hope for a new circumstance. I'm not going to just wish that I would have more money or a different job or my relationships would change or injustices would just disappear. No. I'm sowing my tears so that the Lord will provide something deeper, that we might reap something, not just circumstantial change, but something deeper, some joy that only God can provide, that only a dynamic that is associated with the resurrection can provide. So that's what we're doing when we lament. We're lamenting with hope. We're sowing our tears because we're assuming that shouts of joy will be our harvest. All right, friends, I want to encourage you towards that this week, and I'll see you on Sunday. We're praying for you. We love you. See you soon.